Hey guys, it's freaking Scarface B10 aka Scar Dragon here, and today we're gonna do all the potted plants. So let's get started. So the first one we're gonna do is the regular old pea cannon. Alright, so what the pea cannon does, he fires one shot per round, and he also has splash damage. So basically, well, he kind of misses a shot, but at the same time, he does splash damage to a zombie. And as you can take a look from the pea cannon's thing, he only has one battle scar, or two battle scars on his face. But he's pretty different to a repeater in Garden Warfare 1, so yeah, that's basically what he does, and he fires at long range. Okay, so alright, the next thing we're gonna do is the Gatling Pea from Garden Warfare 1. He's a long range, and he rapid fires on. He focuses on one target. So, for example, as you can see, he's different from a pea cannon. So what he does, he fires rampant shots at a zombie, and he only targets one. But he's pretty good when he's like mowing down like a horde of zombies, but apparently he only has like some little health from out of the potted plants, but still works in my book. And alright. Okay, the next thing we're gonna talk about is the Scaredy Shroom. He is a long range, and he fires precision, and he's technically a sniper type pot. So what he does, as I spawn him right here. So basically, Scaredy Shroom can shoot zombies from far range, and Scaredy Shroom is only one of the sniper class potted plants in Garden Warfare 1 and 2 in BFN. Alright, and the one thing that Scaredy Shroom does is he hides when people, aka the zombies, get a little too close. As you can see right now, he's hiding, so he basically is a scaredy cat. So that's pretty much it. Alright, next one we're gonna talk about is the Lightning Reed. He's a medium range class, and he fires electricity, and the description says zap zap zippity zap. So what he does is, I'm gonna spawn him right now, and look what he does. Yeah, so basically he unleashes an electric shock when a zombie gets too close, but when a zombie takes far away, he fires at minimum range. So basically he does some little damage to a zombie. And what this guy can do, he can basically shock an entire horde of zombies. What he does, like an electro shockwave when like people or a zombie gets too close. So that's basically what he does. Alright guys, next potted plant we're gonna talk about is Bonk Choi. He's a close range melee character, and he basically hits a zombie when it gets too close. And the description says, makes up for his lack of range with devastating uppercuts. So for instance, here he is. But when a zombie walks up to him, yeah, he basically just punches a zombie in the face. So he basically just punches a zombie and almost takes him out like in a punch. So yeah, that's basically it. Alright, the next thing we're gonna talk about is the Ice Shroom. He is close range, and he basically lets out a burst of icy coldness, freezing nearby zombies where they stand. So for instance, so if a zombie gets close to him, yeah, he freezes them, and he takes out he deals damage, but his thing recharges like for like a minute, and he basically takes out like a horde of brown coats. Alright, that's basically it. Okay, next one we're gonna talk about is Toxic Bloom Shroom. He has close range. He lets out a voted most toxic plant 3 years running. He ain't happy about it though. So he basically lets out a toxic gas, or what I like to call that, he's farting throughout his holes. So, for instance, so here he is. But when a zombie gets too close, he technically does this. And toxic effect only lasts just like a minute. So basically, it only hurts for like a little bit. But this thing is kind of devastating, and that's basically it. Alright, next one we're going to talk about is the Doom Shroom. He is close range, and his attack is explosive. And the description says, Doom Shrooms are extremely damaging, but take time to regenerate. So they basically take time to recharge after like one detonation. So for example, here he is. But when a zombie gets too close to it, boom. So basically, it does an extreme amount of damage to a zombie. So right now he's recharging after his attack. And when he does it again, he basically explodes. That's about it. Okay, so the next product we're going to talk about is the Goop Shroom. He is a minimum range, and he fires goop just like Chomper. And the description says, goops make zombies, which slows them down and makes them easy targets. So, for example, so here he is. Basically, what he does is, he's basically what he does, what Chomper does, but the goop does like little damage, and his thing like almost like recharges for a little bit. So yeah, that's basically it. Oh yeah, and he damages too. And that's about it. Alright, so next one we're going to talk about is the Fume Shroom. So basically what he does is he fires a minimum range armor breaker. Basically he can break through a coffin zombies and an outhouse zombies armor. And basically same thing goes for a screen door zombie. And the description says, shoots out acidic bubbles that are effective and damaging shields and armor. So for example, so here he is, and look what he does with a zombie. He basically just fires that at their face. So it's pretty useful up against like coffin zombies and outhouse zombies and any other armor type zombies. And that's about it, really. Alright guys, next one we're going to talk about is Bamboo Shoot. He's a long range artillery potted plant, and he fires an airstrike. And the description says the bamboo shoot shoots bamboo shoots. How many shoots can a bamboo shoot? I don't know what that means. I think that's a pun. And so, for example, so here he is. But basically, what he does is this. So yeah, basically, people can just spam these guys in a Gardens Graveyards match. And these guys are very, very damaging to zombie players and zombie AIs. So you guys better be careful with these things. And that's about it. Alright, next one we're going to talk about is the Snapdragon, aka my main of every PvZ game. So he's close range and he shoots out fire. And basically what he does is he unleashes his fiery breath, which does additional damage over time. But basically, he does fire damage. So, for example, so here he is. But basically, what he does this. So he basically fires his fire breath at a zombie, but his thing recharges for a little bit. And yeah, he does fire damage, but the thing kind of hurts for a little bit. So he should be fine. But, and that's about it, really. Alright. Alright, the next thing we're going to talk about is... Dang it! And I pressed that, okay. Next thing we're going to talk about is the Heal Flower. So basically, its special ability is dropping, which is sun petals, suns on the ground so it can heal a plant. And basically, it constantly generates sun drops, which can heal nearby plants, aka is either AIs or players. So basically what I do is, when I take damage, it occasionally drop some sun to heal me up. So for example, So it's basically good to heal yourself when the sunflower is like too busy healing other like zombie, healing other plants. So that's about it, really. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do or talk about is the special potted plants, which is I have the monk cho you can get from either by purchasing an add-on from gw2 or buying something from Rux. So basically, he does legendary close range melee, and he does more damage than a bok choy. So here's what he does. So here's what happens when I spawn him on. So he has an awesome effect, and he basically does more damage than a actual bok choy, and it's pretty deadly to like zombie players or AI zombies, and that's about it, really. Okay, so the next one we're gonna talk about is another one. It's called the Perfume Shroom. It's basically a pink version of the Doom Shroom, but it does more damage, and it's a close range. So, description says it basically this lovely smelling shroom is drooled up and ready to go. So here's what it does. So here's what happens when I spawn him in, or her in. So basically, what it does, boom, it explodes, and it also does the same thing like a Doom Shroom just does the recharge, and that's about it, really. Alright, so the next one we're gonna do are the Halloween limiteds, which is I have the P-Witch Cannon. I've been having these since last year, and you guys can still get these from every year to Halloween, but if the event ends, you're gonna have to wait until next year's Halloween, and they're pretty easy to obtainable. So it's October right now, so I want to do that just now. So the P-Witch Cannon is the exact same thing like the P Cannon, and it fires a single shot. And the description says scarier than a normal P Cannon, obviously. So basically, it's basically the same thing, but look at it, just adorable like a witch. And it does the exact same splash damage as the P Cannon, and it fires a single shot just like a normal P Cannon, and that's about it, really. Clapping ninja's cheeks. Alright, okay. The next limited we're gonna talk about is the Boot Choi. It's a bok choy dressed up as a mummy. So basically, it's the same thing like a bok choy, but the description is different. So it says, mummy raps don't make him stronger, but he sure is spooky. So basically, here he is, and he does the exact same thing as a regular bok choy and the monk choy, but he does a little damage. Well, basically he does like high damage, but not that high damage, and that's about it, really. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna talk about is the spring limited ones, which is I actually have one. Is called the basket choy. It's the same thing like the bok choy, but description says only need one egg or bok choy in this basket. So basically, just look at them. It looks kind of dumb. Just saying. But I'm pretty glad I have this thing. So yeah. But you can actually get these in the spring, which is April. But when that ends, you can't get them anymore. You have to wait until like next year, and that's about it, really. Alright, next thing we're gonna talk about is this ugly, disgusting thing, which is the bunny boo shoot. It's the exact same thing like the bamboo shoot, and description says not as tasty or sad as he looks. So basically, look, this is what he looks like. It looks so hideous. And he basically does the exact same thing like the bamboo shoot, and that's about it, really. Alright, next thing we're gonna move on to is the Christmas limiteds. So here I have right here is the Elf P. It's the exact same thing like the P Cannon and the P-Witch Cannon, and it's basically the exact same thing, but description is also different. So this says, this pea shooter makes toys out of zombie bits. So when I first read the description, that's pretty dark. Like, I think they talking about zombie body parts or whatever. Anyways, here he is. It looks so freaking adorable when I spawned in. Like, just look at it. So yeah, so basically does the exact same thing like a P Cannon, And yeah, that's about it really. Alright guys, we're on to the last one, which is the candy cane shoot. So basically, well guys, here's just like the Halloween and the spring eating ones, you can also get these from the Christmas, aka the December event of the PVZ. So you can basically get these guys, but so they're pretty easy to obtain, but once that ends, you cannot get them anymore, so you have to wait until like next year. But honestly guys, I have all the potted plants, weeds, zombies, and bots. Like, I'm actually not kidding. That will be on the next video because I'm only doing this separate. So here we have the candy cane shoot. This thing description is different, so it says freshen zombie bad breath with a powerful peppermint flavor. So here he is. He's basically the exact same thing like the candy cane shoot. I mean the bamboo shoot and the bunny boo shoot. So that's about it really.